Welcome to Bike Social, welcome to the south of France, and I'm about to introduce you to a bike that's going to change your perception of electric bikes. Is the new SRS from Zero. It's heavily based on the F version, but with a full fairing and sporty bodywork and sporty suspension. Now the F was launched in 2019, highly praised, brilliant bike. What they've done is kept the power plant exactly the same, but added the more aerodynamic bodywork. The bars are higher and the pegs are lower, making it more of a comfortable ride. We've done 100k here in the south of France on all changeable roads. You've got 4 different rider modes, which is Eco, Rain, Street and Sport. Started off in Eco, which gives you lots of engine regen, which is like engine braking. And if I'd have carried on riding at 50 to 60 miles an hour along the coast, my maximum range would have been 110 to 120 miles. But from the coast, we came inland, went up some mountain passes, flicked it into sport mode and had some fun. This is a quick bike. And that dropped the range down to 100 miles. So that's 100 miles to completely dead from Zero. But 100-mile range is still impressive. And how many times do you actually do more than that on one single ride? In terms of recharging the bike, if you're on a 3-point socket at home, from completely dead to fully recharged, you're looking at around 4 hours. On a fast recharge, from around 10%, because you're never going to drain it till it's completely dead, to nearly full, you're looking at about an hour. So if you've got a fast charger, you can ride for 80, 90 miles, stop for a bite to eat, and within an hour, you're back to full charge. Or alternatively, you commute to work, 30 miles, you commute back, that's 60 miles, you get home, you plug it in, it charges overnight, ready to go the next day. You can have the connectivity to an app that's on your phone, so you can tell it when to go on charge. So if you get home at 5:30 from work, plug it in, it's not charging, and then at midnight you can start charging it and it'll turn itself off at 4 AM and you'll get an alert in the morning to say it's fully charged. It is an impressive and simplistic bike. If you've never rode an electric bike before, some of the basics: you've got no clutch because there's no gears, there's no gear selector on this side, the back brake is in the conventional place, not on the bar like on some electric bikes, front brake is here, twist and go and away you go. 4 different modes which have different torque settings, different regen, which is like engine braking. Corner and ABS is constant, but you can turn it off and you can change the modes as you go. There's a huge amount of changes that you can do on the full TFT display. You can personalize it and change it to whichever mode you want. In terms of weight, which is always a big question mark over electric bikes, it's 229 kilograms quoted. Obviously that doesn't change because there's no fuel going in or out. At 229, it's kind of comparable to a large naked bike like a Z1000. The older electric bikes at 250 and 260 kilograms, you really notice the weight, but this is carrying its weight really well. Here, north of Cannes, up in towards the mountains, we really did start to get the pace on. Ground clearance is impressive, really impressive. The suspension is impressive. The brakes are really strong. It was like knee-down cornering confidence. A hugely impressive bike. The kind of elephant in the room is price at 19,500 is the base model. The higher spec model is 21,500. But when you buy the bike, you get the government grant of £1,500, which reduces the price. And then obviously you've got no tax, your insurance is less, and you're never going to have to pay for fuel. Only thing you're going to have to do is service the brakes, change the brake fluid. The belt, once it's stretched, is a carbon belt It'll stretch at about 200-300 miles, and once that's changed, that's good for 20,000 miles. So to summarise, at Bike Social we were impressed with the Naked F version, and this is kind of just up the game. Zero claiming that there's a 13% increase in range if you stay tucked in, but because the bars are higher and the pegs are lower, the range is comparable to the Naked model. But I personally like the design, I like the look, I like the flush feel of it, the way there's no fairing fasteners, no bolts sticking out. Again, obviously as we said before, the elephant in the room is the price. But this does show that electric bikes are catching petrol bikes. We're getting comparable on weight, we're getting comparable on power, and getting comparable on handling. This does handle. It is a good handling bike, and it is fun, and it is enjoyable to ride. Well worth a test ride, and we can't wait to see what this bike performs like in the UK when we can get it in some more real-world conditions. So if I go and then stop, yeah?